I'm Priscilla-Marie with WRCR News. The Patrick Farm housing development will be up for debate again this Wednesday, and East Ramapo made their deadline on Wednesday to submit a plan. Both the town of Ramapo and New Square have approved the transfer of about 7 acres of unincorporated Ramapo to the village. Governor Cuomo's proposal to tie in the state's gun laws late Monday passed in the Senate. Now it's on to the Rockland legislature adopted 3 resolutions in response to a Journal News article that released the names and addresses of pistol permit holders. And a New Jersey man whose hot dog truck in Orangeburg was stolen 3 years ago can finally find some closure. On Wednesday, Orangetown police informed Fred Martucci that his 10-foot-long, 7-foot-wide stainless steel trailer was actually a part of a 4-year federal investigation. Finally, the Boulders win a game after losing 13 consecutive games. Brackle led. The Raiders held the Patriots to just 77 yards of total offense in the game. Brandon Respress, and many should recognize this name. He is the twin of Justin Respress, the teen who fell down the ventilation shaft in Stony Point and broke his lower leg. Well, his brother Brandon set up Nick Cannell's touchdown with a 67-yard punt return. In the second, adding to the lead, Alvino with a run-scoring single. Valencia goes on with an RBI base hit, pushing the lead to 3. Varsity football rundown for Week 4 in the highly anticipated North Rockland-New Rochelle game. The Raiders fell to the Huguenots 12-6 with major plays being made in the fourth. Do not fear, Nyack's homecoming, normally held under Friday Night Lights, will keep the tradition going after all. District officials announced late Thursday afternoon that they will not shift the game to Saturday afternoon. Officials had indication that some of the students were coming to the games under the influence. A Saturday afternoon game would make it easier to supervise, but here's the trade-off. Students will not be allowed to bring their backpacks or beverages to the 7:30 game next Friday. Security will be increased, and students who leave during the game, well, you might take a chance of missing a key third down play because you're not getting back in. For more news and a complete listing of community events, log on to our website, WRCR.com. I'm Priscilla-Marie with WRCR News.
It's win or go home for the B-Sens tonight, but if they come back and win this series, it wouldn't be the first time they win 3 games in a row. They've actually done it 3 times this season, and if they can make it 4, they'll be off to the divisional finals. It was a close game for Cuse here at the Dome, but they're able to pull out a win in overtime. The last time they played an overtime game was 2 years ago at the Garden against West Virginia at the Big East Championships. The field here at the Carrier Dome was stained red tonight as Cornell beat previously undefeated Syracuse 11-6. It seemed like no one in Orange was able to keep up with Cornell's junior attackman Rob Pennell, who led the game with 6 points.
I want to introduce to you a man who will make NCAA basketball selection Sunday here relevant again, Mr. Rob Murphy.
Syracuse assistant coach Rob Murphy, known for his strong recruiting ties and lyrical skills, is moving on. After calling the Carrier Dome home for the past 7 years, the Detroit native is heading back home to lead the Eastern Michigan Eagles as head coach.
Mean that this is a perfect fit for me. I'm back home, I'm in Michigan, and I'm here to stay.
Murphy will have his work cut out for him. He inherits the Eagles after a 9-22 season. And while he wants his Eagles to get up and down the floor, he says he's not bringing everything over from his former school.
We'll play man-to-man. I'm a man-to-man guy. The 2-3 zone, the Bayheim, I call it 2-3 zone, is different than any other 2-3 zone, so we'll use that zone.
Now with Coach Murphy gone, the Orange have looked to a familiar face to work with the players here at the Carmelo Center. Former SU point guard Adrian Autry, who will also reunite and work alongside of his former teammates, Mike Hopkins and Lazara Sims. Autry comes to Syracuse after working 3 years as assistant coach at Virginia Tech and playing 11 seasons of basketball overseas. He built his legacy here at SU by averaging 13 points and 5 assists a game while wearing the orange jersey in the early 90s. But one thing SU fans are sure to miss about Coach Murphy are his skills off the court.
I'll show you how to do this. No, for real.
So, in more ways than one, Coach Murphy's time at SU is a wrap. Reporting, Priscilla-Marie with YNN Sports. Hi everyone, and happy Mother's Day to the moms out there. I'm Priscilla-Marie. It's Election Sunday for college lacrosse, and Central New York could take the top 2 seeds in the Division I men's bracket tonight. Syracuse locked up the top seed on Saturday, and thanks to Notre Dame losing on Friday, Cornell has a chance to clinch the number 2 seed by beating Harvard in the Ivy League tournament tonight.